From shattering plastic shells of the Travelers Club sets to the bulletproof 1400D polyester engineering of the Swiss Gear Scion, we are covering the Amazon travel brands you should never buy. In this 2026 Buyer's Guide, you will see the viral traps and the honest budget picks to find the one bag that actually survives the reality of 2026 travel. We're starting at the bottom with Travelers Club. This is the ultimate quantity over quality trap. They lure you in by offering 5 pieces for the price of 1, but modern air travel is just too brutal for the paper-thin material they use. On our Shell Integrity scorecard, it's a flat 0. These bags aren't built to be luggage. They're built to be sold. Know the difference. If a baggage handler doesn't treat your bag as if it had delicate glass inside, you're done. You aren't just looking at a dent, you're looking at a structural shatter. To make matters worse, their 5-year warranty is a total mirage. It explicitly excludes airline damage, which is exactly where these bags fail 90% of the time. You're essentially paying for a single-use box. The lightweight ABS shell lacks the impact absorption of polycarbonate, frequently resulting in shattered corners rather than dents when handled at temperatures below 10 degrees Celsius. Public consumer feedback data consistently highlights the wheel housing as the primary point of structural failure during standard tarmac transit. It's an absolute wreck. But if you think broken plastic is bad, wait until you see the engineering mess at rank 9. The Matane Electronics Backpack is a viral bestseller that fails every weight-to-strength test I've run. While it boasts 20 pockets, the seam margins are so thin that they tear the second you load a laptop and a high-capacity power bank. It's designed to look organized in a studio photo, but in the real world, the tension on the main zipper is a disaster waiting to happen. The first time you touch it, the internal lining is likely to feel like cheap umbrella fabric that would shred even if it touched a charging adapter. And once that strap starts to fray, there's no repairing it. You're just one sprint to a boarding gate away from your $2,000 MacBook hitting the terminal floor. Users highlight that the load-bearing shoulder strap stitching is often the first to shear off under weights exceeding 12 pounds. Now, Rockland is a brand that shamelessly prioritizes cute aesthetic colors over the hardware lifecycle. The zippers are notoriously non-reinforced, which is a massive liability. The telescopic handles are equally flimsy because they have so much play in the tubes that they feel like they're going to snap every time you hit a crack in the sidewalk. It's frustrating because people buy these for the looks, but they end up with a colorful box of garbage before their first layover is even finished. It's a textbook example of style over actual substance. The generic nylon zippers fail at 40% less tension than industry-standard YKK hardware. If you use Rockland for a quick weekend trip, by Sunday, the side seam will probably be falling apart. Rank 7 is a value trap. Vacant dominates Amazon's search results, but their twill fabric is incredibly prone to snagging. They market superior quality, but that mesh window is the first thing to rip when you actually try to compress your clothes. Packing cubes are supposed to save space, but if you can't put any pressure on the seams without hearing a pop, what's the point, right? The zippers are gritty and lack the smooth glide you need when you're repacking in a hurry. You're better off spending $5 more on a brand that uses real ripstop nylon instead of this glorified mosquito netting that catches on every single button. Even the reviews indicate a 30% higher zipper snag rate compared to brands using ripstop nylon materials. For a clearer picture, the mesh on these probably wouldn't even survive the corner of a denim jacket. Luggage makes bags that look like high-end luxury in a thumbnail, but they fail every material integrity test the second they hit the real world. The material is so thin, it lacks any structural rigidity, meaning your gear just sloshes around inside like a sack of potatoes. This usually happens when the PU coating lacks UV stabilizers. It causes the material to peel and crack within 6 months of use, and sometimes even less. Our first safe pick is the Amazon Basics Hardside. It's not fancy, but it sure passes the value test with flying colors. Unlike the garbage ABS plastic used by the brands at the bottom of this list, this uses a 100% polycarbonate shell. That's a huge distinction because polycarbonate is designed to flex and pop back into shape, rather than shattering into shards when it hits the tarmac. The wheels on it are still basic, and the interior lining feels like a cheap tent, but it works. For many, it was the perfect Just need a bag that won't give up mid-task option as a casual travel tool. Moving to rank 4, Begale is the undisputed king of weight to strength in the organizer category. Unlike Viken, they use a legitimately reinforced double zip system that actually handles the massive pressure of real-world compression. You can tell the difference the second you touch the fabric. It feels dense and structured, not like that flimsy mesh that rips at the sight of a zipper. These are built for the traveler who refuses to pay for a checked bag and needs to squeeze every last cubic inch out of their carry-on. It's one of the few Amazon cheap brands that actually over-delivers on engineering, making it a staple in my personal packing kit. It features 290D high-density fabric, which is 26% thicker than the standard Amazon budget competition. You could even manage to cram 2 weeks of winter gear into a carry-on using these, and the zippers won't even flinch. Compression is a game changer, but wait until you see the wheel tech in our top 3. Rank 3 is Level 8, a brand that has completely disrupted the Amazon market by offering hardware lifecycle specs that honestly rival $400 luxury bags. Most budget luggage sounds like a freight train on the sidewalk, but Level 8 uses ultra-quiet bimetal bearing wheels. The telescopic handle has almost zero of that oh-so-annoying wiggle, which is usually the first sign of a cheap build. Their aluminum alloy frames provide incredible rigidity without the bulk. If you're tired of fighting your luggage through endless airport terminals, this is the engineering upgrade you've been looking for. It's sleek, silent, and surprisingly tough for the price. This is because Level 8 polyurethane wheels are tested to endure over 270,000 rotations, even outperforming many of the premium department store brands. At rank 2, we have the gold standard for warranty reality, the Samsonite Omni PC. The PC stands for 100% polycarbonate, and it makes all the difference. Its shell is designed to dent and then pop right back into its original shape. But the real reason this beats out the Amazon-only brands is the support. If a wheel snaps in London or a zipper fails in Tokyo, Samsonite's 10-year global network actually exists to fix it. It's a battle-tested workhorse that has survived some of the most aggressive baggage handlers I've ever seen. I've had my Omni for 5 years and over 70 flights, and you better believe it's survived every baggage handler's worst day. The top spot goes to the Swissgear Scion. It wins on hardware, value, and durability because it focuses on what actually works. While hard shells are trendy right now, this soft-side 1400D polyester bag is virtually unterrible. With airlines shrinking overhead bins by what seems like every passing second, the Scion's ability to squish just enough to fit is really a lifesaver that even the best hard shells just can't match. The reinforced corners and steel-wrapped handles make it a tank that doesn't weigh like one. Forget influencers, ask the people who live in terminals. Any airline crew would put Swissgear in their top 3 for one reason. It does not quit. Period. You can drag a Swissgear through the dirt in Morocco or the rain in Seattle, and it will easily prove to be the smartest investment on Amazon. Final advice? Stop treating your travel gear like a disposable accessory. If you want the absolute safest bet that handles like a dream, the Swissgear Scion or the Samsonite